Hello, welcome to my stream. Tonight we'll be playing more of RollerCoaster Tycoon Deluxe. And last Friday we were able to finish the levels of the first expansion pack. We were able to complete two levels. They were Urban Park and also Joffrey's Gardens. And thanks to that, today we can start the second expansion pack, Loopy Landscapes. And this is something very exciting to me because I could never get this far in this game in my life. I have never played this expansion pack, so I can't wait to see how challenging the levels are going to be like, or even how creative they are going to be like. I'm also excited to see which rides or which new rides they will give us to be using in those levels. But I gotta say that I'm expecting those new rides to be close or at least the same ones as the rides I could have in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Because I'm guessing in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 they give you all the rides from Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 and its expansion packs plus new ones. So it's going to be like, at least that's what I'm expecting. It's going to be like not new rides that I haven't seen before, but they're going to be fresh for us to be using them because they are not in the past expansion pack or in the original and classic Roller Coaster Tycoon. But they are probably not going to be fully 100% new to me, but I will definitely be remembering them if they were in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. So yeah, let's go for the first level. Tonight I think I will only be playing one level, so this may be a somewhat short stream. The reason why I may be doing this short stream is because I do want to be watching Netflix, to be honest. There are some shows on Netflix that I was watching, and the day is like perfect for me to be doing it, to be like binging a series. I have started watching the third season of 13 Reasons Why, but I also want to finish watching a documentary about Ted Bundy. And the reason why I started watching that was because I finished watching Mindhunter, which was also released very soon. The second season of Mindhunter was released very soon. And it's like a great show. I highly recommend you guys to watch it. And the documentary has been very interesting as well. But there is also 13 Reasons Why that I just started because it was released today, and I want to keep watching it. Curse you, anime. It's not because of anime though. I do have some animes that I should be watching more, especially some animes people recommended me to be watching, like One Punch Man, for example. But yeah, I think I will give animes still some time before starting a new one. Also because I need to go back to Stranger Things. I have only watched two episodes of Stranger Things, and I had to stop it because of Mindhunter and then now 13 Reasons Why. So after those two things are over, I will go back to Stranger Things, and maybe after it I can go back to anime. I'm not sure. But how are you guys doing? Early Noble and We as one, how are you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a great Friday and you had a great week. I was chatting right there with Early. I I told him that my week was like okay because the start of it was not very great since Brazil has been going some very bad shit. You guys probably have heard about the fires on the Amazon forest, but it was not only that. Like on Tuesday, there was a whole situation in Rio that probably you guys haven't heard about. There is a long bridge that connects Rio to my city, and in that bridge, there was this guy, this crazy guy that decided to keep people as hostages inside a bus, and he made a whole commotion, right? He stopped the traffic, and then the police had to go there, and then they had to try to negotiate with that guy. It was a whole situation, and it made the day very depressing, in my opinion. Not only because he was keeping like 37, 39, 30 plus people as hostages, but also because the way things end up was like the police was able to stop him. Basically, a sniper shot him down. But then after that happened, even though it was like somewhat good news because the hostages were still alive and nobody got seriously hurt besides the the crazy guy, we had a scene of the governor of the state, the governor of Rio, celebrating it like it was I don't know, a win in the World Cup, you know, a victory in the World Cup. And that was odd. Like, it was uncomfortable. I still think that it's not a reason for us to be like super celebrating and being cheerful like he was, because it's not happy. A person still died. The situation was horrifying. And then we had to see the scene of the freaking governor celebrating, like, I don't know, it's like one bandit killed, so let's celebrate because it's one evil person less in the world. It's not like that. I'm pretty sure the man may have had his difficulties in his life to be doing that or whatever, but it was weird, you know. It made me feel so depressed. That's how things are looking a lot in here, that the bandits need to die and we are going to celebrate their deaths, you know, like killing people is something good that will make us cheerful. So there was that. And then in the same day when I was heading to bed, I also heard a lot of shots outside in my neighborhood. So it was a very rough day, but thank goodness on Wednesday I felt a little bit better, thanks to my activities and thanks to the people that I have been spending my time with. So yeah, it was like a very bad situation for the country, but thank goodness my personal life has been supporting me at least a little bit. But yeah, guys, let's do what Noble said earlier. Let's forget about the problems. Let's focus on Roller Coaster Tycoon tonight. The world needs to give money for the woods, for the air. It sounds ridiculous, but it's fair. Yeah, you guys heard about the Amazon forest, right? For more than 3 weeks now. Do you mean the fires? It's been almost 3 weeks, I guess. I could understand celebrating the survivors, but you should still mourn the one lost, even if he was threatening others' lives, because who knows what led up them sniping like that. Yes, Nubble, and the scene was so disturbing because there was the governor of Rio leaving his helicopter and like celebrating like Brazil has won a World Cup. It was such a bizarre scene. It shows how messed up things are in here. Like, people are seeking for, I don't know, killing, or they want to really kill people instead of trying to solve the real issues or help them out. I'm not saying that I don't think that the police has acted well or right. I don't think they tried to negotiate with the criminal, and since the negotiation was not working out very well because the criminal was not being reasonable, they had to come up with that solution, and I understand it, but I still don't think it is a reason for people to be celebrating it like it was a great event, you know? I think people should be more formal, like, okay, we had that, and then this was the solution to it. I'm glad that nobody else got hurt, you know, more reasonable or more understandable. But no, they were freaking cheering and clapping and screaming. Yes, we did it. I was like, no, a person has died. Can you have some more respect? Anyways, it was a very weird situation. It really brought me down. And then the Amazon forest was also getting burned. And it seems like the government or the media, they care no shit about it. It's so weird and depressing as well. But anyways, let's move on. Let's start the Iceberg Islands. This is going to be the first level of the second expansion pack. And let's see, it is a collection of icebergs that make a code setting for this ambitious theme park. So our objective is to have at least 1,250 guests in my park at the end of October year 3 with a park rating of at least 600. So this is a somewhat medium challenge, I would say. I believe they allow me to do advertising, so this may not be that hard. Wait, I have only 4 different types of advertisements? They don't allow me to have the free entrance advertisement. Why is that? Okay, I'm starting to see some differences in this expansion pack. But okay, at least we can do some advertisements. So I'm not that scared. Hey Subaru, how's it going, man? How are you? I won't be surprised if you're not very well because of this week that we had in Brazil, right? But I hope you're alright, man. So also we can't have ride improvements, but that's fine because I don't need them. Do I need coasters? Let's finally see which rides we can have for this level. So we have the suspended monorail and the chairlift. Last Friday I checked it out and it seems that we already have a chairlift in there, so I may not need to build any other transport ride, I guess. Then we have the scrambled eggs, the swinging ship, and the 3D cinema. Those are also some classic rides. We have the cycle railway, mini golf, merry-go-round, the maze, the tower, the spiral slide. Everything is the same so far. Then we have the steel roller coaster, so maybe I should stop the roller coaster research for a bit. And then we have the four basic stalls, right? So far I'm a little bit disappointed. I was expecting us to get some different rides, but it seems like we only have the same ones as the previous expansion pack. Subaru, I'm doing okay. I'm not happy for Brazil's situation, like I was saying earlier, but I'm glad that in my personal life things are doing alright. I did spend some good time with people, and thank goodness my friends have been very supportive recently. But the country situation has been shameful and very, very depressing. Especially the thing that I was describing right now that happened in Rio. You probably have heard of it too, right, Subaru? That there was this guy keeping people as hostages inside a bus, and then it stopped the city, and then the conclusion of it was like good for the hostages, but then the reaction of the governor was like, seriously, you are celebrating like it was like a, I don't know, New Year's Eve or something, New Year's Eve or something. That reaction was so scary and I don't know, so messed up in my opinion. Like, that's the solution for it. We gotta kill all the bandits, we gotta kill everyone, and I don't know, you gotta celebrate because somebody died. It's not like that, or it shouldn't be like that. But yeah, let's move on. Let's focus on this level. So we have many different islands, right? We have that island right there. This one may be the biggest one, and they gave me a coaster, so I gotta be careful because I don't like this model. This is a very dangerous model of roller coaster, so I want to close it. And I want to be sure that this is going to be safe. So first of all, the inspections, they gotta happen in every 10 minutes. And how many trains? We have two trains. No, only one train for this. And I will even decrease the amount of cars because I really don't trust this roller coaster. It's so damn dangerous. It's for free, so are we charging the admission price? Oh, the admission price is like set on free. We can't even change it. Okay, this can be a problem. Maybe this level won't be that easy because we can't make profit from the admission price. Okay, so this level that I was thinking at first that was medium difficulty, it may be hard difficulty. Subaru hasn't been thinking about the bad situations of the country. I can understand you. I try to not focus too much on it because otherwise I will feel very depressed, right? I was feeling depressed on Tuesday because everything bad was happening at the same time. But then thank goodness on Wednesday I was able to focus more on my private life and things were going alright in there. Yeah, you know, right? You are right, Subaru. I agree with you, man. It's too depressing for us to think too much about um, the bad things the governors or the president are doing, and we can only hope that things will get better, right? Although it doesn't look like. It doesn't look like it. Okay, so let me talk about. Wait. Oh, look at that! So we don't have new rides, but we do have some new scenery. This can be fun. We can add some snowball uh, feature to some paths. I will try to use that later. But yes, let me tell you some good things then. Instead of continuing this messed up talk about Brazil. Did you guys see the next two games that Epic Games are giving away next week? Those were really shocking to me. This week they are giving away Fast, which is a game that we played last year, and it is a somewhat good game, but unfortunately it has a very bad glitch, or maybe I should say a very bad bug that happens when it's nighttime in the game. So I wouldn't recommend that game thanks to that because I can see people getting stressed over that glitch. But if you're patient, it's still a good game. You just need to wait until it's the morning again, and then you can keep progressing in the game. Basically, when it gets nighttime, it gets super dark. The scenery, the game, the levels, they look very dark, and it was never fixed, at least from what I know. And that bugs you because while it's super dark, you can't do a very good amount of progress, right? It's hard for you to understand where you should be heading to. But yeah, that's the game we have for free now. But the ones for next week, though, they are giving away freaking Celeste and Inside, which are like two games that I have been looking for a long time. So I was like shocked, and I'm glad that I haven't bought them yet because they're giving away them both next week. Like Celeste, that everyone talks about a lot, and Inside, that even though I have watched the game like entirely, I have seen people playing it until the end of it, so it won't be like fully blind to me. But it's still a good game, so I'm happy that I'll be getting it for free. You can't wait for Circuit Superstars. It looks so much fun. What's that? What's that? I have never heard of it. Is that a level in roller coaster or is that like an event in real life? You're waiting for the 29th, right? 29th. That's true, right? It's when they're releasing Pokemon Masters. That's right. That no, it's not rumored anymore. They confirmed it. They gave us the date. You don't know for sure if that's the date because the app stores refuse to tell you the date. I have read some news yesterday that they confirmed the date, but I read it like super quickly, so I didn't pay too much attention to the details, but I do think it's confirmed, and then we can get it like next week. Yeah, now they are giving a game that has a bug for free, but it's still a good game. Like, I played it on stream and I had fun on it, but I understand some people that are more demanding. Like they may get upset over small things like that one. If they are patient, they may still enjoy the game. But there is a whole situation regarding fast, right? The post game of Fast is ridiculous. It's so damn hard. That's the reason why last year we didn't play its post game because I was like, I can't believe this is so hard. Also, the creator of Fast was someone that had a overreaction um, after hearing some people asking him to work on the sequel and to fix the glitches of the game or of his game. Plus, he was upset with something that was happening regarding Xbox. I can't remember what it was. So there was also this back story regarding the creator of Faz that was like horrible for the fans of Faz because he pretty much kicked the bucket and gave up on working on a sequel or on fixing the bugs. He really overreacted over things. So Circuit Superstars is a top-down racing game that will come out in 2020 but with real physics. I haven't heard of it. Famous racing games that I know that they have like a very realistic approach to them. They are like Forza. Do you like Forza? And also Gran Turismo, right? Do you like those games, and how much do you like racing games? I do want to play some racing games at some point, but I will be playing probably like some old racing games. The only racing game I have played on stream so far, I believe they were Top Gear. Have you ever heard of the Top Gear games for Super Nintendo? Those are some of my favorite racing games. And I played Top Gear 2, and Top Gear 3000. And I was able to complete them all. But at some point, I want to replay some Mario Karts. I want to play some other racing games, some that I even have never played. For example, Crash Team Racing. I have never played Crash Team Racing. Maybe I should say that I have played like once or twice, but I was playing the multiplayer mode. I never tried to do the single player campaign, so I do want to have that experience. Also, I want to give another shot to Diddy Kong Racing because it's so damn hard, but I want to try it again. There is also a racing game for the Super Nintendo that I played as a kid, but I could never beat it. It's called Biker Mice from Mars. Very good racing game. There is also this game that everyone talks about, but I have never played it before. It was called Rock and Roll Racing as well. So I do want to play some racing games at some point. Not to mention some other games. I believe there is a Chocobo racing game to some console. And there is also Bomberman Racing, I believe. Oh wait, there we go. A new attraction, a coffee shop. We can finally have something different than drinks. There we go. So we do have the new rides, right? Thank goodness. But the coffee shop was something that I have already seen in RollerCoaster Tycoon 2. But it's been like a long time. You like Gran Turismo Sport, but for PC you really like the early access kart simulator, Kartcraft. It just gives you a real racing feel. Have you ever have you ever rode? Am I using the right verb? Have you ever rode a real kart in real life? I actually had that experience before, and it was basically one of my few experiences on driving something because I personally don't see myself driving a car for many different reasons. But my friends wanted us to be racing on karts in one day, and I decided to join them even though I knew I would be a horrible driver. But it was fun. Of course, I was last place, but it was very fun to ride a kart. When you read about the rumored release date for Pokemon Masters a few weeks ago, I read the news yesterday, so I do think it is confirmed now. They said they found the date on an app store that quickly removed the release date, so we're still not sure if the 19th is the day it comes out. Well, the confirmation I got was from some news yesterday, so that's why I feel pretty confident that it's happening. But of course, I won't say like 100% sure that's going to be that date, but it made me really believe it's going to happen on 29th. And I do hope so, because they were saying that the release would be very close by, and I believe that date makes a little bit of sense for it. So yeah, let me go back here because I can't underestimate this level since I can't change the admission price for it. Show me the limits. Oh, we actually have those other icebergs as well. Okay, so how's my staffing here? We don't have... Oh, we have only a single mechanic. Let's have 3 handymen. Maybe 1 security guard and 1 entertainer for now. I also mentioned Gran Turismo. I want to play it again. Many years ago, I traveled to my family's hometown, and in there, my cousin lent me his PlayStation 1. And one of the games that he had was Gran Turismo, and I remember playing it just like casually. but I want to play it again just to remember how it was like. The best value park in the country, really? I haven't done anything special yet. But our park value is 5,000. I will see when I can have this time to focus on racing games. They have confirmed it, there we go. I didn't check like the details like I said, but I do follow this page on Facebook. That's like a big Brazilian Pokemon page, and they were saying that it was confirmed, so I kind of trust them. Oh wait, can we have like penguins? Saber is asking why are the entertainers not like penguins? Maybe we don't have a penguin costume. I haven't checked it. We have a snowman costume! Where is he? Oh my god, look at that! No! No, don't look at me trying to draw them. Okay, there he goes. That's not a penguin Saber, but is that good enough for you? Wait, I want to see more of him. I don't know why, I think he's a little bit scary. Maybe it's like a trauma from Donkey Kong Country 3. Because in Donkey Kong Country 3, a snowman is a boss. I think he's a little bit scary in my opinion. Frosty the Killer Snowman, maybe that's another reason why I should be feeling scared of him. By the way, the chairlift is for free? It should not. It should not be for free. Let me check all my rides. We have a mini golf as well. Frosty the Killer Snowman. That's not from The Simpsons, right? Oh my god! I regret I regret googling it. What? He's from a horror movie? Hey Z, how's it going, man? How's your Friday? Wait, he's a friendly snowman from an old Christmas movie, but of course other media sources and people, they have made him evil? Don't look for him on Google Images, because you are going to see some very horrifying pictures. So I still have no idea how to do things in this park, but maybe that's a good place for a food plaza? Let's finally sell some coffee. Do you guys like coffee? I like coffee, but I don't drink coffee, especially in the recent times. Thanks to like some days that I have insomnia. Thank goodness not. Um, it's been a while since I last had insomnia, but because I had experiences with insomnia, I try my best to avoid caffeine. You're not a fan of coffee or tea? I became uh, I became more used to drink tea, or I got more used to drink tea thanks to the anxiety I used to feel, and to help me to sleep in some days as well. So today I do like tea, especially mint and chamomile, but also lemon honey is very good. And there is also another one that I don't remember the name for it in English. Oh, maybe I do remember. I just got it. I believe it is called lemongrass. Lemongrass. Yeah, lemongrass tea. Those are my favorites. But coffee, I do like coffee, but I try my best to not drink it because I'm afraid of caffeine messing up with my body. Or just look up anything from your childhood. It's nightmare fuel on the internet. There are some very scary things that I used to be scared as a kid that I still can't look for them on the internet, even today. I used to be addicted to Monster energy drinks, but then you had a heart scare. It's quite that stuff real fast. I try my best to not drink energy drinks, caffeine, or anything that may make my body feel more alert or more awake. I actually want the opposite. I want things that will make my body more slow going and more sleepy. Since I can struggle to fall asleep. I don't sleep very easily. So tea was an option, hot milk, chocolate milk. Um, what else can I drink to help me to fall asleep? Maybe not drink, but like eating some oatmeal can also help. Can help you to feel more sleepy, or maybe drinking um, some coconut water that also can help you because it has like a lot of nutrients, or it's very rich on um, minerals that will make your body to feel more I don't know how to say it in English, but more balanced maybe, and then that can help you to go to bed. Melatonin is also important. Yeah, melatonin is my friend, but I don't take pills of melatonin. But I have been trying to sunbathe every day. A helpful tip: never put in Google Dark Magician Girl. There are lewds everywhere. She's like the waifu, right, of Yu-Gi-Oh fans. Which, by the way, there was a trailer of a new Yu-Gi-Oh game being released to the Nintendo Switch, and it seems that it has like 200 characters that you can play as. It was insane. It was something like that. But yes, there is a new Switch Yu-Gi-Oh game. And hey Remito, how's it going, man? Yeah, the Amazon forest was on fire, man, but I think it's thanks to the president because media has been covering the news regarding it, and the president have hasn't been doing enough efforts or attempts to finish it. Also, never Google Nessa from Poke. They already have some very lewd pictures of Nessa. I mean, I shouldn't be that surprised. Let's set the information kiosk right there. I really wish it could snow in this game. It would be like perfect, but I doubt it. There are over 200 characters. Yes, there are a lot of characters. I believe even more than I imagine being on Yu-Gi-Oh series. Although there are many series, right? Today we have not only the original Yu-Gi-Oh series, but we have some other series as well, like the one that has that other guy, Jaden, and then another one that has Yusei, I believe that's his name, and some other ones that are not available for you to play as in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, the game that I play. Right? There are many different arcs or many different seasons, so that makes sense that they would be able to get like 200 plus characters. into this game, but it was still surprising to me because I haven't checked all of those different seasons, so it was a big number. No, you fool! By the way, Nubble, did you see the Noggins video regarding Team Yell? Have you watched that video? And that they have like a Clink, a Galarian Clink as their logo or on their shirts or on their clothes. That was very interesting because they haven't announced Galarian Clink, but it's pretty much there on their shirts. Noggin, right? The Pokemon theory guy that I know that you also follow on YouTube. They have a very interesting video and short about a possible Galarian Clink that has some pointy needles instead of looking like a cog. Yeah, Noggin, correct. They have released this week a video about Team Yell, and then a possible Galarian Clink, which makes sense because since England is the place of industrial revolution, then Clink is perfect for it. You have seen like 3 pictures of a monkey in Nessa's outfit. I have seen it pop out in your recommended video, but you still need to watch it. It's a very short video, so I do hope you watch it. It pretty much confirms a Galarian. I almost said a Galarian Noggin, a Galarian Clink. By the way, is my coaster alright? It is alright, right? Yeah, there we go. So let's start doing. Oh wait, they gave me a balloon stall. Which color should we sell the balloons in here? I'm thinking about white, so it looks like snow, since it's not going to snow in here. You still get a good laugh from the 2 Pokemon Battle Royale videos by Terminal Montage. I don't know if I haven't watched that, but I do remember you telling me about this Pokemon Battle Royale thing. You know which video cracked me up, Nubble, this week? We also had that indie, not indie, right? We had this conference, this gaming conference going on somewhere. I believe it's called Gamescom or something. And in there they had the Nintendo Indie Games Direct, Indies World, I believe. That we can also have a small talk about it later. But also they announced some other games. For example, they gave us more trailers of Death Stranding. And did you guys watch the montage that Game Explain has done with Death Stranding plus Mario 64? That was like the best video I have watched this week because I laughed so much. It was so well done. They have pretty much used Super Mario 64 sound effects for the whole trailer, and it was so perfect. So I highly recommend you guys going to Game Explain and watching that Death Stranding montage that they have done. You missed Gamescom? You mean you missed going there, or you missed watching the news regarding it? I haven't watched the conference happening, but I checked the news, and I also watched the Nintendo indie games that are going for the Switch. Which, by the way, there were some very interesting looking games. For example, The Tourist. I believe The Tourist was the one that I'm the most curious about. You guys should check that game out, or at least the trailer. There was also Europa. Europa had this different perspective that can make some people dizzy, but I kind of like the idea of it. Plus, the other game that looked very interesting was by Chucklefish, which is the company behind Stardew Valley, for example. They are coming up with an RPG that's called Eastward. So I believe those three indie games were my favorites so far. Eastward, Europa, and The Tourist. The Tourist was my favorite in that conference. And then of course they announced some other games as well, especially Ori and the Blind Forest that's coming for the Switch. But as everyone already knows Ori, I didn't think it was like great news. It's nice to have it on Switch, but it's like a game that a lot of people has already played and everyone knows about it. I have been too busy with the new DST. Oh, and Monster Hunter. Yes, I couldn't watch the news on the day they were announced, but I could watch them, I believe, yesterday. Yeah, I watched them yesterday. Let me find a place to build the boat higher. Wait, why is my game... Oh, there we go. For some reason my game got super slow. I think we should also buy a new coaster. Since we are not making money thanks to the admission price, I must do something regarding my rides. Is this going to work? I think I will need to change the landscape a little bit, right? Unless I can have like an underground path. No, I think I would change the landscape. Yeah, there we go. And I decided to have the bumper boats, and I want them to be white as well. Wait, like this. Yeah, this looks alright. Also, the 6th series of Yu-Gi-Oh! The main character's main monster attacks isn't 2500 attack, which is still weird to you. Wasn't there supposed to be an Ori too? Yeah, but they are releasing the first Ori for the Switch. Oh, Don't We Starve Together. That's a game that I think people like it, but I don't know like what's the goal of it. It's a bit weird to me. I know it's like to stay alive, but then like until when? Until forever? It's a bit pointless to me. They had a piece of the moonfall and changed the world, so now everyone can sail on the water? Why wouldn't they be able to sail on the water before? By the way, it's raining, but I wish it was snowing. Let's try having the swinging ship somewhere. They be pirates now. The haunted house? You know what this iceberg reminds me of? It reminds me of Captain Toad levels. I have I haven't played Captain Toad, but I totally get like some vibes from it because it's a lot of paths going underground and going all around the cube. It really reminds me of Captain Toad. I will try building it up there, but then I'll need to find a way to get to it. Because the land was raised above the water. And then the moon raised the water level. I see. So the water used to be a death zone. Like an out of bounds area, but now you can make boats on it. That's fun. And then they will keep changing the moon and the moon's phase. So you have like this change again of the water being raised and then the water going down. I think I will change the path again. Do you guys have a favorite ice level in video games? So, I do like some ice levels, but I can't say ice levels are my favorite levels in a game. For example, I have a very unpopular opinion, I think, that my least favorite levels in Super Mario 64 are the ice ones. Or maybe they're not like my least favorites, but I'm not a fan of those two ice levels in Mario 64, while a lot of people they love them. You don't know if they are going to update the moon phases, but there is a lunar island on the ocean. You wonder if the Behemoth, an indie game company, will make any more wacky games. So far, you only know of Castle Crashers, which is a game that I want to play someday. Oh wait, it's not Castle Crashers. It is actually Battle Block Theater. I believe that's the one that I want to play at some point. Yeah, those are some very good multiplayer games, right, Nubble? The reason the water is raised is because a piece of the moon... Oh, it's because of a piece of the moon fell on the ocean? I was thinking it was just because the moon gravity. Oh, Shiva in Final Fantasy 14 is your favorite ice level, right? See? Ice levels are okay. That penguin, oh my god, the penguin from Mario 64. Oh boy. But I don't like those levels that much, and you know why? I think it's because, especially the first one, Cuckoo Mountain, right? Cuckoo Mountain is not an easy level, and they put it for you on the third, or as the third level of the game. So it's like, hey, shouldn't this be later on, after you get more experience with Mario 64? Cuckoo Mountain is not easy. And then the other level, which is No Man's Land, I think, it's also pretty hard. Secret of Mana has a pretty ice level, but they don't add any wonky effects in the area. It's just a very pretty snow area with crystals jetting out of the ground. Crystals jetting out of the ground? It is also so slippery, but it's so hard. For example, the final stars of it, that you have to use the cannon and shoot yourself to a very secret area that's hard for you to see it. I always struggle in that level. especially considering it's like the third level of the game. Like a real walk, though, levels or bosses. You never found that? That level should not be the third one. I'm telling you that. Click Clock Wood wasn't bad. Click Clock Wood was a great level in my opinion. But I would say that probably my favorite ice level is Ice Cap. Ice Cap Zone in Sonic. In Sonic 3, right? That level is so good. But I also like some ice cities in Pokemon. For example, Snow Point City and Snowbell City in Pokemon X and Y. You still have it, so you search for it. I was talking about Mario 64 with a friend, and he still hasn't played Super Mario 64, but there is a good reason for it. It's because he's young, so he was not like in the generation of Nintendo 64. But yeah, I do hope that at some point he decides to play it. I want to go back to it because I could not get all the 120 stars in the original, but I could get the 150 stars in the remake. But I know that the remake is much easier because you can play as Luigi, Yoshi, and Wario, and their abilities will really help you to get the stars. So at some point I want to go back to the original so I can get all the stars in there. Oh, good call, Noble. Yes, another game with gorgeous ice levels is Donkey Kong Country 2. Also, that music. That music, Noble. Did you know that um, it was based on a music by Vangelis? Do you know Vangelis? It was a music by him called, I believe, Team of Antarctica. If you look on YouTube for it, Team of Antarctica, you have never heard of Vangelis? Vangelis became very famous, especially because he's the one behind the soundtrack of. Yeah, Vangelis was the one behind the soundtrack of this movie, Blade Runner, which is also very great. Please go watch it. It's not for everyone because it is a very slow movie, but it's a very good movie if you're patient. So does the sequel. But yes, Vangelis is a somewhat popular musician because he makes very good relaxing plus instrumental music. And I learned about that the ice music or the ice levels music that plays in Donkey Kong Country 2 was inspired on Vangelis music. Your daughter that's 5 years old, she plays it once in a while. Mario 64. You hope that she will ever play the whole game too? Seriously? I'm happy that she's playing such a classic game, but I wonder how hard it would be for her to complete it. ESOD has a great ice level. Who knows what's ESOD? Um, I have no idea what's ESOD. The strongest ice level ever. It's got exactly 9 power, which is quite a lot of power for ice. I'm very confused. Okay, what else can I do in here? Maybe I should build a shuttle loop. But talking about EOSD, I have never heard of that. But man, you can't expect me to get the abbreviation of it because it's so like nobody talks about it. Come on. I have heard of Toho, but of course I would never guess EOSD. Right? I was thinking about some hard ice levels. For example, the one in Mario Brothers 3. That freaking ice world is so damn painful. Maybe I should build it right here, since this iceberg has nothing interesting in there. Yeah, this looks alright. Let's change it a little bit. Then I want to change the colors. Some people are getting lost. That's not fun. Right, Nubble? I was here thinking, is it talking about, I don't know, Castlevania's Symphony of the Night, but then it's not SOTN. But I was here thinking, is it Castlevania maybe? Man, now everyone is getting lost for some reason. I need to investigate what's happening on my paths. Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. The log flum? Okay, there is something really going wrong in here. Okay, let's see if this coaster is going to help us to get more people and to make more money. And then I need to see what's going on with everyone getting lost. Hey Electro, how's it going, man? Yes, we were able to finish the Corkscrew Follies levels last Friday. This is Iceberg what? Iceberg Islands. Yeah, the first level in loopy landscapes. Sabro says this park on ice looks great. It's just a shame that we have something called global warming, right? Yeah. Maybe this park will go down thanks to global warming at some point. But now let me try to understand, why are they getting so lost? Is it because of the path I have built up there? Oh, maybe it is because of that. Maybe they're getting lost because of this path right here, since everyone is somewhere around it. Yeah, there is something going on in here that I'll need to make a connection. Underground view. I don't know how to help them out though. Do they want me to do something like this? Or am I making things even worse? The underground path caused problems for you? Wait, the underwater path? This isn't real ice, it is all artificial made to look like ice. I mean, it is freaking... it is freaking 19 degrees Celsius. Maybe Nubble has a point, maybe this is indeed artificial. Yes, I don't know how to help them out in here. So Electro, you were talking about this level in particular, right? That this underground path gave you problems in this level. Get rid of the scenery and also the rides. Man. Yeah, because it is like a big maze. What? I don't know, guys. I don't know how to fix this. Wait a second. Wait. This is what happens when you are playing the game and chatting. Oh my god. So the culprit was not the level. You see what I was saying earlier, that this level looks a lot like Captain Toad? You gotta check all the 4 angles of it. And then I was missing this angle right here. Let's see if they will finally stop getting lost. How did you fail that? I was here chatting and then I thought everything was alright. And then I couldn't see the exit right there. But you guys also couldn't see it, so I'm not the only one to blame it. Or I'm not the only one to take the blame. Because we were pretty much in this angle, but you guys also were not seeing those people all trapped right there. But anyways, let's move on. Let's keep doing things before it's year 2, right? I can still do some more things in here. Let's go for the gentle rides. Let's go for the merry-go-round so we can put some cheerful music to play. Let's do it up there, I guess. You know what? This is not a good place for it. Why do I have the feeling I should place it, I don't know, in a very weird location? I don't know why I kind of want to place it on the water, but it should not look good if I do it. No, never mind. Let's not overthink this. Place it there. and then I will find a way to connect you to the rest of the park. By the way, I should also consider doing advertisements. Let's give them free coffees. How am I connecting this now? Does he even have a bathroom? Yes, we have one bathroom. That one right there. They are an iceberg. They would freeze. Oh my god, you are right. Maybe I should. Wait. What if I? No, this is not a good change. I still don't know how to connect the entrance to the rest. It's a good thing this is a video game, that's true. But Z, people can die in this game. Actually, I accidentally almost killed the snowman when I was trying to place him on the path. I accidentally placed him on the cold water, but I was able to save him. The best solution would be like connecting it like this. Wait, I have an idea. Get rid of it. My problem here is that this is one level above what I want, so just decrease the level, right? Like this. Okay, maybe now it's going to work. There we go. It is currently about 51 Fahrenheit to 60 Fahrenheit. They won't be freezing anytime soon. You are converting the game's temperature. We can actually change it to Fahrenheit. But I'm not used to it. So I will keep it in Celsius. I can also change the currency of the game. It can be euros. It can be yen. But dollars. Stick with what I know. But I'm just showing you that you can make the changes. They don't have real though, which is the Brazilian currency. Which makes sense, it's not that important or that popular. So let me check their thoughts. Is everything alright in this park? They think the umbrella is cheap? Some people do want to go to the bathroom, but everything is alright. They are not complaining that much. Maybe I should consider doing another advertisement. Let's give them free rides on the chairlift. And let's keep building things. Let's try finding a place for the tower. It could be right here, right? At top of this iceberg. Yeah, they do allow you to do some customization. Which is, I agree, very nice. Maybe in the sequels they give you more options. But I can't remember. So how are people supposed to get up there? That doesn't work. Maybe if I go underground here. Oh, I can't because the mini golf is there. A free chairlift up to the ride? But the chairlift is to connect the icebergs. Yeah, the chairlift is somewhere underground and then it goes to this island right here. Which, by the way, it's not connected by paths to the previous island, right? It's only thanks to the chairlift. Hi, Joe Dancing, Joe Dancing! There we go, gold earned for you. How are you? How was your weekend? Or how was your week, right? It's not the weekend yet. But how are you? You don't have the option to put your onion? To put your onion? To put what? Wait, do you mean to build a chairlift myself? I can. But do I need to? I think it will be too much information if I add another chairlift. I'm now more worried about connecting those two icebergs by using uh, like a bridge. Yeah, I can totally make a bridge from there to there, right? Joe Dancing, I hope you haven't been too busy. I remember that you were very busy in the past weeks. And by the way, Joe Dancing, Victor messaged me, I believe 2 days ago, saying that he was able to finish watching Dark. So yeah, his mind was completely destroyed by it. My week started horribly, to be honest, especially because of what's been going on in the country. But thank goodness on Wednesday I did have a good day, and I decided to focus more on my personal life instead of focusing on the bad things happening around me. So I can say that I'm doing okay right now because I decided to not think too much about the bad things that were happening here. Not only the Amazon fire, but also there was a situation on Tuesday that there was a man that decided to keep like 30 plus people as hostages in a bus, and that paralyzed the city, like it stopped the city because it happened on that bridge that connects my city to Rio, that bridge that has a picture, or that I took a picture. And I told you in the past that looks like Fisherman's Horizon. Yeah, that bridge was the place where the man did that. And even though everyone was like rescued after the situation, they had to shoot the man, or they had a sniper to shoot him. And there was this scene of the governor of Rio to be like super overreacting to what happened, like he was celebrating like Brazil has won the World Cup. And I didn't think it was something nice that he was doing. Like I'm happy that the people were safe, but the man. But it's not a reason to celebrate like that. It's still a life that was lost. It's still a horrible situation that happened. Why is he celebrating it like that? So that made me feel very depressed, because it shows me what are the politicians thinking. And it seems they really want to, I don't know, see the deaths of many people, the criminals, and they will be celebrating it. So it was a very messed up situation. And also, in the same day before going to bed, I heard some shots in my neighborhood. But once I tried to not think too much about those things that would be bringing me down that much, I I could feel better. I also had people supporting me this week, and I had a good time with them. So I'm doing okay. Yaddle dancing, it was a very crazy situation, but I was really horrified by seeing the governor celebrating it like crazy when they should be acting more formal, I would say, like, or more formally. Like, it's not happy. Things end well for most people, not everyone, but they should be more respectful as well. Wait, were you able to watch more of Dark? You make time to continue it this weekend for sure. Now I have been watching the 13 Reasons Why series, and after it I will go back to Stranger Things. But Joe Dancing, I also would recommend you watching Mindhunter. There was the second season of Mindhunter released this week, or maybe the last week, I'm not sure, but it was like very recently. And this week I finished watching Mindhunter, and I started watching a documentary about Ted Bundy, and also a very good Netflix documentary. It's very interesting. He's way more messed up than what I thought, or than what I knew. So I would recommend you watching Mindhunter, and if you like Mindhunter, you would feel more interested to keep watching things regarding serial killers. That Ted Bundy documentary on Netflix is also very great. I still need to finish watching it, but I'm guessing there is only one more episode, so I'm almost done with it. But I was like, seriously, that all of that happened? So it was freaking disturbing, but interesting. Brazil is really effed up at the moment. Everything. To put it in a single word, I would say that the word that describes our situation the best, in my opinion at least, is self-destruction. That's how I see the country. I see us self-destructing ourselves. That's what I feel at least. Thank you, Joe Dancing. Yeah, I decided to like chill down a little bit, and I felt really sad on those things on Tuesday, but on Wednesday, thank goodness I had a better day. Especially thanks to people that have been by my side this in the past months, like my friends. I definitely heard about the fires this week. It's crazy also how I can't see the government caring that much for the fires, plus the media that was like silent for many weeks. And thanks to Twitter and social media that we were able to hear about the situation. So it's a very messed up situation. I wonder what kind of impact that had on the family and friends of the suspect. Noble, actually, I believe it was the mother. Yeah, the guy's mother talked to to some hostages, and she was like apologizing. Yeah, she was apologizing for what her son has done. There was some conversation between them, and they were saying that it was like hurtful for both sides, for the side of the criminal and for the side of who were kept as hostages, right? Or who was kept as hostage. So yeah, they had like a conversation between the family of the person and those that were being hostages. They were they knew that the pain was not only theirs, it was also painful for the family that was like surprised by what happened and they lost um, someone that they probably loved, right? That's basically what California is doing too. Apparently, they now have reinvented the typhus disease. I don't know what's the typhus disease. But Joe Dancing, I don't know if you answered me. Have you still been super crazy busy? I hope everything's alright regarding that. So I was paying attention to this iceberg because I wanted to make a bridge, right? Yeah, let's do the bridge. By the way, Joe Dancing, I just remembered something. I don't know if you have seen it, but probably you haven't seen it, so I gotta tell you this. Guess which movie is going to be released on Netflix in September? Wait, The Footpath is on the way? I swear to you, I still can't believe they are releasing it on Netflix, at least in Brazil, next month. You don't want to, you don't have a guess? You should have a guess. It's something that you recommended to me and I'm curious about it. They are going to release it next month. And it was surprising as well. I would not expect Netflix to release it. Climax is getting on Netflix. I believe it is getting there very very soon, like 1st of September or something like that. So that's my chance. That's how I'll be watching Climax. I'm serious. I was reading. Actually, I was not reading. They had like. Let me confirm it. I believe they have something on their app that shows you which things are coming up soon. Was it in there? But I also read the list of the series and shows that will be on Netflix on September. I read that list. Is it in here? Maybe it is not in here. Yeah, it's probably not in here. But yes, Climax is going to be. Oh, it is in here. It is in here. Look at this. I even added it to my watch list. Yes, it is September 1st, right here. September 1st. I would not peg that as a Netflix movie, right? No, but it's because, according to Joe Dancing, this movie is very messed up, very disturbing, not for everyone. And it's something that she would not normally recommend to people to watch. But because she knows that I have watched some other very messed up and crazy and weird and disturbing and uncomfortable movies, she thinks that I should give it a chance. I couldn't believe that as well, Jordan. And also the timing, right? The timing was perfect. It's not too long after you recommended to me, and it's like crazy how it's okay. You want to watch Climax? There we go. So that's how I'll be doing it, and I will try to do it as soon as it's released, Jordan. So let me go back there on the chat. Give me a sec. Actually, let me finish this path and then I will go check the chat. Otherwise, I will never finish this. So basically, it's not something that I would imagine Netflix supporting or putting it in there since kids could be watching it or something. Underground view? Oh wait, there is a path there. I see. There we go. I will build the second food plaza right here. It should come with a lot of trigger warnings, honestly. What kind of trigger warnings? Be careful to not spoil me regarding them. But from what I have seen so far, maybe regarding like I don't know, it looks like something that may have some drugs going on. Maybe some violence as well. Or maybe some sort of brutality, I guess. And maybe even some, I don't know, visual warnings, like it may have some very messed up scenes plus I don't know if they have done something regarding the lights of the movie. You know when you were watching something that the images they go so crazy that they may feel you uneasy or they may make you feel uneasy, and then sometimes that feeling comes because of some flashes and brightness of those scenes. I don't know if that's the case for climax as well. Okay, okay, Jodeci is going to message him. Since its climax as assume extreme sexual, yeah, it can have some sexual things as well. Epilepsy, some sort of it, yes. For example, when I was rewatching Neon Genesis Evangelion, I was kind of surprised they haven't had anything towards epilepsy, like messages towards that, because there were some scenes, especially near the end, that the lighting, maybe I should say the lighting, right? The lighting effects, or maybe I should say the light effects. There we go. The light effects were, I don't know, they were bad regarding people that may suffer from epilepsy. Plus, they were using the colors that they shouldn't use. For example, blue and red. The reason why Porygon in Pokemon caused epilepsy to the kids. So it was like a very uncomfortable flashing of blue and red in Evangelion. But yeah, I thought they should have added some sort of um, disclaimer or some sort of message to make people safe. And hey, Bellius, how's it going, man? How are you? But there is more, right, Joe Dancing? That there is probably more in Climax, and I'll be seeing it soon. So I do hope I survive it, but I think I will. And you, Joe Dancing, you should watch Irreversible. It's also by the same director, and it's also very messed up. But I still think the movie that was the most messed up to me was Reckon for a Dream for sure. But it's a must watch. Everyone should watch Reckon for a Dream. Everyone should watch that movie. Fun fact, it wasn't Porygon that caused the red and blue flashing. You're right! You're right, it was Pikachu's attack, right? You're right, man. Irreversible is on a list. I would also recommend a Brazilian movie, but it may be harder for you to find it. It's called Stomach or Estômago in Portuguese. Also, very disturbing movie, but it's disturbing in a way that you would not expect it to be. That movie was one of the best Brazilian movies I have ever watched, and it does take some turns. I'm typing on the chat right now. Yeah, wait, is stomach. There we go. So guys, let me see what else is happening in here since it's like half amount of time that has passed so far. So people want to go to the bathroom and some people are hungry, but now I finally have a second food plaza. Maybe I should also consider having another mechanic and another entertainer. Wait, have you never seen it before, we as one? But you have heard of this story, right? This story that that episode of Pokemon it caused epilepsy to many kids, and then Porygon was banned from the TV show. You have never heard of it, man? It was a very serious event. It is a movie, but I still have no guts to check that out. But I know what it is about. Yeah, not only Porygon though, they also stopped having some ground attacks going on the TV show thanks to some earthquakes that usually happen in Japan. So the Pokemon in the TV show or in the anime, they don't use earthquake anymore. They don't use fissure. They don't use um, magnitude attacks. They pretty much only use mudslap or things like that because they are afraid or they try to avoid a situation when they have an earthquake happening in real life and then the next episode of Pokemon they are going to air has one of those attacks going on and then it can traumatize the kids. So yeah, those attacks were pretty much banned as well. And Kadabra, right? Thanks to Yuri Geller that got pissed off that they have made a Pokemon based on him, which was Kadabra. So Kadabra is also banned from the Pokemon episodes. Are there some Brazilian independent films I'm really excited about? To be honest, Joe Dancing, I don't watch many Brazilian content or Brazilian movies, even Brazilian series. I still need to watch that Brazilian series that a lot of people have been saying great things about it. It's called 3%. It is also a Netflix series. I still need to watch that. I think I will like it, but it's just that I have been distracting myself with the other shows. But regarding Brazilian movies, not really. Stomach was a very interesting and surprising movie. Especially since we are talking about disturbing movies. I was not expecting that movie to be disturbing. As I started watching it, I was not expecting it to be any disturbing. But I can't remember any like Brazilian movie that was really great for me. I can maybe talk about Brazilian animated movies. Then there is one that was really good. But then I would need to Google its name in English. But in Portuguese, the name of it is that one, O Menino e o Mundo. It's basically the boy and the world. Let me see if I can find the name for it in English. That was a very good animated movie. It was even a winner of some awards, international awards. Yeah, it was indicated for the Oscar in 2016. And hey, Mitska, how's it going, man? That's the English name for it? Seriously? I just made a direct translation. So nice. That's an animated Brazilian movie that I would definitely recommend. It has a great soundtrack. It has a beautiful story as well, and the animation itself looks amazing. But then I can't really think on many Brazilian movies because first I don't watch them that much. They have lots of um, lots of comedies and also lots of um, romantic movies. How are they called? You know those movies that they mix comedy with romance? They do a lot of those movies in here, and I always think they are like not that great, especially the comedy movies. Rom-com. There we go. They work on lots of rom-coms in here, and those are not my movies. Where are the sci-fi movies? Where are the, I don't know, fantasy movies? But it's always rom-com. If you go to the movies and then you want to watch a Brazilian movie, that's what, I don't know, pleases the population, I guess. But it doesn't please me, so I don't want to watch those movies. You are going to check it out. That animated movie I do recommend. Okay, so what else can I do in here? Pizza stall, let's go. Should I save it for a third iceberg? Maybe I should save it for a third iceberg. Oh, by the way, I built the tower, but I haven't connected it. Can I... No, this is not going to work. Wait, the mini golf is there? But I think I can do it. I just need to start it earlier, like there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we have a path that gets to the summit. Where are the good old-fashioned slapstick movies? The the last comedy movie that I heard about that's coming up. By the way, that reminds me of The Matrix 4. Gabrielle was telling me some rumors about it that they are going to work on a new Matrix 4, but now I could finally see some news about it. So there we go, we are going to get some Matrix 4. Are you guys excited for it? But Nubble, the last comedy movie that was like announced and excited me a little bit was White Chicks 2. Yeah, the first White Chicks is like super funny and it's also very popular in Brazil. Every time it's like on the open TV, everyone talks about it on Twitter. So that's one of the few comedy movies I'm excited for. I usually don't watch many comedy movies. I should check out District 9. I have watched Elysium, and I do have Interstellar's book plus movie. But my all-time favorite sci-fi movie, and actually my all-time favorite movie, is Mr. Nobody. If you guys have never watched Mr. Nobody, give it a chance. It's very good. Okay, so let me check their thoughts again. They are still not complaining about the prices. Also, what did I get? They gave me the pizza stall, they gave me the flying saucers. Jet skis? Why is it different than the boat hire though? Oh my god, we gotta have some jet skis. Also, what's going on there? What? Oh, there they go. Someone is complaining about how long one of my coaster lines is. Probably the this one. Yeah, it is very long. Some people are giving up, you see? That person gave up. But I won't change it, Nubble. I do need to have people in my park until the third year. So long lines are actually something good because they keep people on my park for longer. They may get pissed off, yeah, but at least they will stay in my park for longer. So jet skis, where should we have it? Maybe on this iceberg right here? Yeah, right here. Why not? We have the Enterprise in this game? Oh my god, it's been forever. It's been forever. It's been like since I played RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 that I don't see this ride. Man, now they're giving me the good stuff. That it is the Enterprise. Where should I build it though? It's so large. Maybe there... Okay, that's a good place. There we go. But I don't like the watermelon colors for it. SS Enterprising reporting in. Is that from Star Trek? By the way, look at the jet skis. They are super fast. I also should be adding some more litter bins. And maybe one more handyman. And then I also want to build the 3D cinema. That's a good place for it. But I think I will change the land a little bit. like that. Let's make them watch the Space Raiders. The merry-go-round hasn't been fixed? Okay, give me a third mechanic. Let me do some more advertisements. Let's promote the first roller coaster, then free rides on the chairlift. Wait. Let me add the snowballs in some important bridges. No, it's everything alright in here. If they are not returning to the station, it's because they don't want to. It was the main ship from Star Trek. I have never watched Star Trek, but thank goodness I could remember some little information about it. Let's build the scrambled eggs. It's too high for supports. What about there? Wait, are they thinking this is too expensive? Oh no, it's because it's raining. By the way, Nubble, do you play Pokemon Go by any chance? Every so often. Why? Because I need to make new friends there. I would ask you if you want to add me as a friend on Pokemon Go. Maybe also on Pokemon Masters once it's out. Let's add the spiral slide. Maybe there? Wait, turn it. Wait, you only have one person registered? That was your roommate? Who forced you to re-download the game? Oh no, so you don't play it. So you don't need to. If you don't really play it, that's fine. I have been playing it mostly because I can't play my 3DS very much. I still play my 3DS, but I can only play some limited games. So I have been, for most of my time, playing mobile games. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Oh wait, you forced him to re-download the game? Oh yeah, you forced him to re-download the game, I see. Yeah, I do have some crazy missions going on there that they are asking you to make new friends. Let me add you then. I'm going to check my friend code. But even you don't play it too often, and you do not raids me neither. I only do raids when there is, I don't know, a raid nearby one of the gyms close to me, close to my house. But I don't head to the places to do those raids, unless one place that is a museum that's nearby my city. But it's because I stop there every Wednesdays, and in case while I'm there is a raid happening, then I will participate. I do play Pokemon Go in there, but otherwise it's kind of dangerous for me to be using my smartphone outside here. I don't want to get robbed, so I play it on my house or when I'm also in the university. But then I don't seek for the raids. I'm not pre-registered for Pokemon Masters Submarine. I haven't done any pre-registering. So, Nabo, I will send you my friend code on the chat. Yeah, it is that one. I believe I will need yours as well, I'm not sure. Yes, I do think I will need yours. Sabra, do you think it's really necessary for us to make pre-registration in order to play Pokemon Masters? By the way, we got a big growth in guessing here. You sent it? Oh yeah, there we go. Nice cowboy hat. Yes, mission completing here. At least one of them. I still need two more friends to complete the other mission. It might take a while to read. No, it's already done. Subaru supposes that those that pre-registered may win something, and also they will send you a notification when it's released. But do you need to pre-register for it on the App Store or on a website? Because I did try to find the app, although it's been some weeks. I haven't tried to find it recently. But yes, I didn't know where to do such a thing, where to pre-register myself. So thanks to Nubble, I was able to complete special research. Let's see which Pokemon they are sending me. Oh, it's a Dratini. Although I already have a Dragonite, but sure. Let me build this souvenir stall somewhere. I think I should build it on the second island, so people that haven't bought umbrellas on the information kiosk, they can buy it there. I don't know why I want to go for black umbrellas now, so we can have something like black and white. But I know those black umbrellas, they won't really fit this level that much, but I want to see the contrast. Yes, I got the Dratini. I think it is fixed, right? It's like predetermined. You sent a gift back, I will check it. Also, I'm sorry if with time my gifts, they may look like the same ones always, but it's because I can't play Pokemon Go in many different places, so I only get the gifts from the stops nearby my house, because then I go to the balcony, and then while I'm sunbathing I play some Pokemon Go, and then I hope that my character walks through the Pokestops by himself. And then when he does it, I get the gifts, but they are pretty much the same ones most of times. Unless sometimes, which also happens, he goes crazy and then he gets deeper in the town, and then I use that opportunity to get more gifts. Sabro says in the Google App Store it doesn't show you everything, but I can find everything by using my PC. And he's not sure if because we are from Brazil we could have some sort of issue. Yeah, my character does walk a little bit at least by his own. And sometimes the localization, it goes wild. And then my character goes to some very far away places, and then I use that time to get all I can. The localization of my cell phone is not very precise. Okay, let me do the marketing again because that was really helpful. Yeah, I have like I'm abusing some glitches. Sometimes I do. I have like this gym right there that's near my house. So sometimes my character walks there. and then I can participate into raids or place a Pokemon on it. And it has a lot to do with the localization of my smartphone because right now it's not very active. As you can see, it's like uh, trying to search for my localization, and then when it gets it, my character runs around the place until it calibrates. And it's when he runs around the place that I get all I can from the Pokestops. You also have Pokemasters pre-registered, so you just know when it's available. Oh, you hope it auto downloads it? I will need to get some free space on my cell phone for it. Oh my god, now they want me to evolve a Dratini? Oh, but they will help me. They are giving me like 60 Dratini candies if I complete the other two tasks. But anyways, this is not a Pokemon Go stream, so let me leave it for later. And let me go back to my park because we are getting to the third year. But we are good. Thanks to the advertisements, we got to 1,000 guests. We are only missing 200. Not hard since they give you pretty all you need. That's true. Yeah, I just noticed their teeny candies. But I would prefer powering up my Dragonite instead of evolving another one, you know. There is also another mission in there that I need to evolve a Magnemite. I don't want to evolve a Magnemite. I have a Magneton ready and waiting for me to turn it into a Magnezone. But no, I need to evolve a Magnemite. It is the quest or the mission towards Melton, or that's related to Melton. Oh yeah, Dratini is not 50 candies, right? To evolve it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I was thinking he was a 50 candies evolution. I was not able to build this yet, right? The flying saucers. We did have the flying saucers in the previous expansion pack, but it was a very rare ride. It was not available for us in every level. So it's a very rare ride. After you evolve the Dratini, they make you power it up sometimes and battle in various modes as the next step. So maybe that's why they gave me extra candies because they want us to power it up. But what the heck is that mission for? Why does it have a lot to do with Dratini in particular? Yeah, thanks to the advertisements, I think we'll be alright in here. Let me start paying the low one. And I was also very worried that because in this level we can't change the admission price, it's always for free, we would have some money problems. But they are not complaining about the prices, right? Wait, the ride prices, there we go. They're not complaining about the prices for the rides. They are even saying it's in a really good value. So even though we are not like making a huge profit as in some previous levels that we could raise the admission price, we will have enough money to do what we want, right? Or at least to keep things going, I think. But since they are saying that the flying saucers price is in a good value, but what was the other one? Slide one as well. And the tower one. Okay, so I will raise those rides a little bit, like the prices of them a little bit. And then they were complaining right now about the disgusting paths, right? Give me another handyman. Oh my god, look where that guy is going with his jet ski. It's so far. Off. Oh wait, I thought they were saying that the person with the jet ski has not returned to the station. No, he's complaining about the mechanic that can't get to it. Where are you? Oh, he's in there. You know what? Maybe I should add some more pandas. Not pandas. Snowman for this level. Just in case, right? Just in case people are getting too upset. I'm really curious about the next level because on the menu it says that it's going to be a volcano level. But can we really have like lava in this game? I'm really curious about it. Maybe it's just going to be like a crater. But seeing like lava in this game would be amazing. And I can't remember it from RollerCoaster Tycoon 2. So I don't know if it is a thing. So I think I will advertise a ride. I will advertise RollerCoaster 2. And then I will save to keep paying the low one. Also, we do have more icebergs, right? We have that one and that one, for example. Should I do something for them? I should, right? They gave me the go-karts. Maybe I should consider having a go-karts track. Several says, and then you drop someone on the lava and then it's instant death. That would be something awesome, actually. It would be more close to reality, right? Now you're making me think that it's not an option because I don't think they would change the programmation of this game in order to allow people to die in lava, or at least to have an instant death in lava. But I would like to see it happen. It would be more realistic for sure. Maybe before finishing the stream we could go there to the level just to see how it looks like. But I have the feeling I'm going to be disappointed. I really can't imagine them having like lava in this game. Most of it because I can't remember seeing lava in RollerCoaster Tycoon 2. But I do hope they have it. Especially because they're calling the next level like a volcano. They gotta have at least something, right? Maybe some crazy fire scenery. So I will pay one more thousand in here. And then I need to save for the next advertisings. But after that I will see if I can build something on this iceberg. Maybe the go-karts. Maybe the haunted house. We also have the maze. We are not getting new coasters because I disabled it. And I think it's fine because we don't have a lot of money to keep buying more coasters though. And we may not need more coasters. And in case we need more coasters, I think we would be good with the steel one and the steel mini coaster. Those two are very alright for what we need to be doing in here. So let's go to the advertisings again. Will I be able to do them? I can do one, right? But I need to save more money to do the second one. I will be advertising the Enterprise. But I'll need to wait a little bit more. Earlier today we were talking about the... By the way, I need to drink water. I haven't drank or I haven't drunk, right? I haven't drunk any glass of water during the stream. So earlier today I was asking you which games had your favorite ice levels. I just remembered another one of mine. Crash Bandicoot 2 ice levels, especially the first one that's called Snow Go. I love that level and especially the music of it. And then I was just remembering more ice levels in games, and I remembered the one that I hate. And I'm talking about the Snowhead dungeon or the Snowhead temple in Majora's Mask, in Zelda Majora's Mask. That temple is so like unremarkable to me in my opinion. I think it's not special, like it's so boring. Yes, I'm talking about the Goron area in Majora's Mask. That dungeon is... I don't know, it's so plain. I know they have a whole mechanic in there that you can turn into a Goron and then you need to jump from a place to another by rolling around. But the dungeon is so like... not special in my opinion. It's so like normal. Oh my god, Subaru. Subaru's talking about Bomberman 64. And we had that freaking ice spider boss fight that was super painful for us. Yeah, Bomberman had some crazy ice levels as well. Very hard levels. Was it in Bomberman Hero? No, it was in Bomberman 64, right? That we had a very... Wait, was it in Hero? I'm trying to remember now. No, it wasn't the first one. That had that freaking level that the camera was like below a nice path, a very slippery path, like it was looking like crystal ice that you could see yourself from below. That level was so bad for you to control Bomberman, and it was in the first game, right? At least I think so. First because the camera was bad, second because it was a slippery path, so I died so many times in there. And another ice level that I like is in Banjo-Tooie. Most people would say that they prefer Freeze Easy Peak from Banjo-Kazooie, but I prefer Hailfire Peaks in Banjo-Tooie. I really like that level. It's not my favorite, but I think it's a very good idea of mixing a fire and ice level in one single thing. I haven't played Super Mario Galaxy, but I know that there is, I believe, in the second game, a galaxy that does the same. And how is it called? Freeze Flame? I believe it is Freeze Flame Galaxy. I think it is a very good idea of mixing two opposite elements in the same level. Speaking of spiders, like bosses, you really hated fighting the 8-legged UFO walker in Path 3 of Star Fox for the SNS. I still gotta play Star Fox. I don't know if I'm going to like it. And I actually have Star Fox 64 for my 3DS, but now my 3DS is like kinda bad, so I can't really play it. But once I get a new 3DS, I'll see if I can play it. But to be honest, I should save it for the stream, right? I do have the game, but I should save playing it on stream. I was actually having this conversation with a friend yesterday. This friend was asking me if I have played Life is Strange, because he loves Life is Strange and he really wants to play Life is Strange too. And he was also asking me if I played games like offline, if I used to play games without streaming. And I told him that I do play some games off stream, but those are like mobile games or the simple games I can play on my 3DS now that it has some problems. I can't play every game on my 3DS. I can only play the ones that I can use only the stylus or the D-pad. But yes, I do want to play Life is Strange, especially now that he told me that I should definitely check it out because he really thinks I'm going to like it. But I gotta like first test it to see if my computer will be able to allow me to stream it. Second, I need to buy it because I also don't have it yet. And I also need to find some time to decide when am I going to play it. But yes, I do save most games to play them on stream. Although there are many games that I have no idea when am I going to be playing them. Star Fox, for example, Life is Strange. One thing's for sure though, I do hope we can finish Tales of Symphonia, if not this weekend, or if not like tomorrow and on Sunday. Then next weekend, I will see and I will try my best to finish the remaining side quests tomorrow. And then hopefully on Sunday we can beat the game. Because we gotta start some other games as well, especially RPG talking, right? This year I have only played the final parts of Final Fantasy VIII in the beginning of the year, and then Tales of Symphonia, right? RPG wise. Most of that because we did spend a lot of time playing Bomberman, which I don't regret, by the way. But we haven't played lots of RPGs this year. And then I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy IX is going to make me stuck in that game for a long time. I should maybe consider mixing some RPGs um, in between those very long games. For example, maybe I should start considering playing some shorter RPGs every once in a while, so I can have the chance to experience more RPG games during the year. For example, maybe instead of heading to Final Fantasy IX, although that's what's happening, I should consider playing an old Super Nintendo RPG, for example, that would take me at least, I don't know, 1 month to finish it. You mean Bomberman isn't an RPG? Bomberman is more like an adventure game. It reminds me of, I don't know, it's like a platformer as well. It's a platformer puzzle adventure game. It reminds me of Zelda a little bit, especially the second one that had the dungeons that were based on elements, also with some Mega Man characteristics as well. Then Bomberman Hero was more like an adventure platformer, especially a platformer. But the second attack was more like, I don't know, some sort of Zelda. You needed to go to the dungeons and then beat the bosses and then use their powers to solve the puzzles, or like in Zelda, use your items to solve the puzzles. RPG to me is like turn-based games. Maybe Transistor. Transistor was an action RPG, right? Just like Tales of Symphonia. But Transistor had more elements of strategy than Tales of Symphonia, in my opinion, or at least it looked more like a strategy game than Tales. Tales, of course, demands strategies just like any RPG game, but Tales is more like fast-paced, while in Transistor I could take my time to make decisions and then work things out. But yeah, Transistor, I forgot about it. Maybe Transistor could count as an RPG we have played this year. And then we played Riven, a puzzle game, and that was it, right? And then we have RollerCoaster Tycoon. Maybe I should consider playing a shorter RPG after Final Fantasy IX. Maybe Golden Sun? I don't know how long is Golden Sun. So in this iceberg, I want to have the haunted house maybe there. And then I will try building a go-kart track. Oh wait, I'll need to... No. Make it like this. I need to save money for the advertisings. Do you guys know any very good and short RPG games out there that you would recommend me to play? Nubble, is Secret of Mana short? Do you think it is a short game? Maybe I should consider playing it earlier than what I was thinking. Why is this not like a haunted igloo? I wish we could at least... Oh no, never mind. Never mind, that scared me. We can change the entrance. Yeah, we can change the entrance, but we can't change the building. Kinda, sort of, you're not sure? I mean, if it's me that's playing it, of course it's going to take me tons of hours. But by the way, we should be doing this to all our rides. What is this abstract style entrance? Whoa, what? That looks so weird. Subaru usually don't see many short RPG games. I would say that maybe short RPG games would be some indie games. By the way, this looks amazing now. This looks fantastic after the change. Let's do the same for the jet skis. I was thinking in here maybe some indie RPG games or maybe some Game Boy RPG games. Those games could be shorter. Thank goodness they haven't been complaining about the prices. The Ferris wheel? They are saying that the balloon isn't a good value. Okay, I can raise its price then. Let's make it $1.30. By the way, red umbrellas? What? I forgot to change the color of umbrellas in here. So let's go back to the third iceberg. It's down here. Let's find a place for the Ferris wheel. Maybe there, I guess. Maybe like this? You know what? I will save it for later. Let me focus on the cards. Let's build it by our own. That's too short. You know what? Go underground in there. And then I don't have money anymore. Okay, I need to wait until I get more money. But we got the amount of people we need. We'll just need to keep them in the park. Okay, I think I will be able to build the entrance and the exit, but I was not thinking about it. I really hate when they complain about the mechanics, but the mechanics are right there fixing the ride. Yeah, but regarding the entrance and the exit, will I be able to connect a path there? I don't think I will. Yeah, this is a problem now. This is not going to work. Haters gonna hate. Yeah, they're going to hate even when the mechanic is there, right? What do I do now? I guess I'll need to change this because they want me to go one more level down. By the way, Subaru, I finally bought mortadella, man. I finally remembered to buy mortadella after you really made me want to eat it. I bought it this week, but of course I have already eaten it. Wait, go underground? There we go. So maybe now I'll be able to build the paths. Okay. Okay, there we go. It's not. Wait, what? Um. Man, this view is not helping me out that much. Okay, I need to make that connection right there. And by the way, we have 1,325 guests. So I'm pretty sure we are good in here. There we go. They are asking me to get some more handyman. We can get two more, I guess. No, I bought more bread. Come on. The bread is not old. I bought new bread. I'll need to buy more bread actually. I eat bread very fast. Now I only have options for either an omelette or tapioca in my house. But today I'll be having for dinner the leftovers of my lunch. Then tomorrow I have no idea what I'm eating. Maybe I will buy some food. Okay, so now that the cards are there, I wanted to decorate it. That's why I left some spaces right there. So now we need to find... Wait, there is also that area back there. Okay, now I need to find a place to build another food plaza for this iceberg. You know what's funny though? Why don't they sell ice creams in this place? I mean, probably nobody would buy ice creams because it's cold, but I would love to see an ice cream shop in here. Okay, this is going to be the food plaza. Let's have a bathroom. Actually, the bathroom, it's going to be here. And maybe some balloons. It is already super cold and then you want to eat an ice cream. I do that sometimes though. I do like to eat some acai in cold days. But don't ask me why, I'm crazy. It is easier for us to have hot chocolate, yes. But there are some people out there like me that can have some cold meal or cold dish in cold days, right? Again, don't ask me why. It makes no sense. It's just because isn't it easy for them to have ice cream in here? Why not have it? I mean, it's easy for them to make it in such a level. Is it going to be popular? Probably not, but it's easy for them to have it. Gata is nowhere needed. If you, I don't know, head to the park holding some, I don't know, syrup or holding some artificial flavor, maybe that could work for you. But pure snow, come on. Let's have pizza in here. Pizza is always a good choice. And then they gave me hot dogs as well. And I will buy the hot chocolate that Summer said. Actually, it's not hot chocolate. It is coffee. I think it would be much better if they were selling hot chocolate. So I still need to do this advertising in here, and I need to pay 4,000 of loan. Yeah, I will focus on the low one now because we are almost finishing this level, and I do my best to pay the low one in every level, so I gotta pay those 4,000 right there. Is it required? It's not. It's just something that I like to try doing to challenge myself. Maybe there were levels that I couldn't play the whole low one, especially one level that our low one was like insane and super huge. That level that everything was wrong on it. A level that had so many old rides and we had a huge debt. I couldn't pay the low one in that one, but I tried my best. Maybe my low one was like 50,000 or something like that. But in here we can pay 4,000. The beginning of this level was very hard because I was still getting used to the landscape. But I'm glad that, at least in my opinion, the park is looking great now. Can I change the... I can't change that. Oh, now they are finally starting to complain about the prices. Really? 80 cents is not enough for them? But now they are worried about the paths. Okay, they are finally going back to the merry-go-round. Let me check the paths again. Give me underground view, remove rides, remove the scenery, invisible people, invisible supports. Okay, where are the garbage? Or where is, right? Where is the garbage? This iceberg looks alright. So maybe down there? Okay, Subaru. Is it in the... Oh, maybe it is near the second coaster? It is! Look at that! Oh my god! Okay, give me more handyman. They even broke the litter bins right there. You know what? Maybe it is also because of Enterprise. Nausea rating it's high. They are vomiting not only because of the coaster. But there we go, it's now clean. By the way, I should save the game, but maybe now it's a late moment for me to do it, but I will save it anyways. Computer. There we go. Let me pay 2 more thousand of the low one, and then I should do some more advertisings. Now they're only giving me shops. Give me more rides. I want to see what else is new in this game. I can't lie though, I would love to eat some fries right now. Some fries with ketchup. I ate potatoes today, but it was just regular cooked potatoes with some oregano and pepper. They were good, but now I wish I had fried potatoes. Okay, that's our perfect spot for it. I'm still missing the Ferris wheel. I guess I can build it right behind there. There. Oh wait, I can even... Oh, that's nice. I mean, the view, it won't be that great if you are on that region right there, but it fits the place, so I will go for it. Okay, and then I need to change... Oh, you know what? I think I will make the opposite. Or I will do the opposite. I will place the entrance there and the exit here. I don't buy instant noodles, Subaru. If I want to eat something pasta related, I cook my own pasta. I could be cooking pasta, but I ate pasta for lunch yesterday. Today I'll be eating the leftovers of my lunch, which was farofa, vinaigrette sauce, and rice. Yeah, I also cooked a potato, but I will need to cook another potato if I want to eat potatoes in this leftover meal. I won't be cooking another potato. I'll be eating that, and I also have dessert. I I cooked some coconut mixed with condensed milk dessert, which in Portuguese is called beijinho. So I can also be eating some beijinho after the stream. I was eating beijinho as like a dessert after lunch, so I can eat some more of it. But I would prefer saving pasta for another day. But instant noodles, I don't buy them anymore because they are very unhealthy. I do like them though. I used to eat that a lot many years ago. But I do my best to not buy them anymore because it's not healthy at all. And I love the pasta that I cook. with some tomato sauce and onions and green peppers, and then a lot of seasonings like oregano, basil, sometimes cilantro as well. I love that pasta that I cook. It's just that I need to alternate between a meal that has rice and salad and a meal that's pasta. So I can't be eating it every day, you know. Today I almost bought food from a restaurant. I was considering buying some sandwiches and some juice, just like some weeks ago that I had cashew juice. But then I changed my mind and I decided to cook my own meal. I was like being super lazy to cook for lunch, but I could overcome my mind and I decided to cook it. And in the end, it was not that hard for me to cook my meal. It was faster than what I was expecting. It was not that bad. But probably this weekend I'll buy food somewhere. I'm not sure if I'm doing it tomorrow because tomorrow, like I was saying, I can still cook pasta, but maybe on Sunday. It also depends on some offers or some sales that the restaurants they give to the clients. One example is that when I was checking this very good restaurant that sells some lunch dishes. I wish they could be open like for during the whole day, but no, they only open during lunchtime. I was checking their options, and unfortunately, they were not selling anything that I really like eating um, normally. They were selling some different meat that I usually don't like. It's because they are always changing and updating their menu. And today I was unlucky. They had only proteins that I don't like. But on the other hand, I had coupons to use for that restaurant. So I was like sad that, oh my god, today would be the perfect day for me to buy there. But then they were not with some dishes that I would like to eat. Especially the proteins. It was pretty much the proteins. I was even considering should I buy the dish, but then I don't eat the protein. But then I was like, no, it's not worth it. I should then cook my own meal and then save my money for another day, right? But I wish they had a protein that I like to eat. Usually it's sausage, or it could also be bolognese pasta, or even hamburger. Sometimes they sell a hamburger with like cheese and tomatoes for the protein option. But to date was only some meat that I don't like, especially chicken. I really wish they had like a vegan option for those that are not big fans of the meat options they have, but they don't have any vegan option. Some days, like I was saying, I will like the protein they are offering, but I need to be lucky because I'm very picky. So now that I don't have my advertisements going on, of course we are having a drop in the number of people in my park, but I will wait for it. I will wait because I want to finish this low one, and then I will be able to use all the money for advertising. But so far, since the level is almost done, very good level. I'm glad that they do have some new rides for us and also some new shops, which is something that the first expansion pack didn't really give us many options, especially for drinks. This is the first time we can buy a different drink shop. Hopefully they will have some other options like RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 had. For example, I was talking about chocolate, hot chocolate. There is a hot chocolate shop in RollerCoaster Tycoon 2. There is also Ice Tea Shop. Um, Maybe there are some other ones that I can't remember right now. But I hope some of them are coming with this expansion pack. Yeah, this level was very different than what we have played so far. Not only because of the looks of it, but also because of in here you can't change the admission price. So that made me change my strategies a little bit, right? And thank goodness the guests in here, they haven't been complaining that much towards the prices for the rides because that's my income in here. And usually my strategy depends on the admission price. By the way, go come back game because I minimized it by accident game. Okay, let me get my window back. Please don't crash. There we go. Usually I depend on my admission price. I start charging the rides, but then with time I drop their prices. Don't worry, Summer, we are still good, man. Yeah, I saw that we were still safe because on the stream, right? The game was still there. But on my desktop, I minimized it, and this game asks me to always use Ctrl Alt Del in order to change between screens or windows. So I had to do it right now to get it back to where it was. But yeah, this was a very good level. I did need some time to get used to it, especially because of the crazy landscaping here. But it's great. It's great to have new options for entertainers, new items to decorate, some new rides as well, new mechanics towards the objective. It's definitely going to give us some new experiences. But this can also be very hard. If they combine this free admission price with, I don't know, very demanding guests that will be complaining a lot, it's going to really hurt. It's going to be really painful. Because as you can see, we can't really make a lot of profit. We are making profit and using it as soon as we get it. We don't have like spare money. Maybe if I had more coasters, we could have spare money, yeah, but I'm just doing the minimum. And by the way, that drop in gas is becoming dangerous. I just realized that we lost a lot of guests. There is a chance we may fail because we are in October now. We need to stop this. Since the objective is to have 1,250. Okay, I should be paying more attention, right? I was not expecting this bunch of guests to leave my park. I still think we are good, but this is a bit risky. All my money is going for advertising now. Why did it drop that much? We even just got an award as the tidiest park in the country. Okay, it stopped dropping. The red arrow is gone. But we're still in the limit. If I have like a list of all of the problems, I can check their thoughts. That's my feedback. Maybe they're complaining about the prices of the rides. You are asking for a problem log, right? I believe log would be the right word or the right translation. Come on, get me to 700. There we go. Okay, those advertisements are going to save us, but let me check their thoughts. Is it because they are hungry? Overall, it's okay. Like nothing very serious is going on. Oh wait, the vandalism is bad. Yeah, our biggest problem is that they need to go to the bathroom, and that they are hungry. But we do have food plazas everywhere. But now with the advertisements, we're good. It was like a moment of panic, but we're good. I really regret not changing the red color for the umbrella. I thought that it was a different color, but I forgot to change it then. I had it on my mind, but then I didn't do it. So like I was saying earlier, I do want to see how is it going to be for the next level, the one we are playing next Friday, the volcano level. I'm really curious about it. Yeah, so far we do have a food plaza and bathroom in each iceberg. Yes, that's the third iceberg, and that's the food plaza and the bathroom. In here, it's right there, and in there, it's right there as well. Those two are very close by, but they are still in each they are still in each iceberg, right? But yeah, those two are not very effective since they are very close to each other. It's like only this bridge separating them. But I'm hoping it still works. I'm still disappointed that we didn't get the ice cream stall for this level. Maybe it's going to happen later if I insist on getting shops and stalls in here. But come on, if you want to make a park that's all about ice, your food option has to be the ice cream. Especially if Joe Dancing was still here. She would say they should sell the freaking blueberry cheesecake ice cream and waffle cones. See, I can't sell that because we don't have the ice cream shop. But I don't think in RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 they have a waffle store. I wonder if you're getting something like that for this game or for this expansion pack. We did it. There was a short moment of, I don't know, everyone getting scared because the number of guests was dropping and I was not paying too much attention, but I could save it by using advertisement. Then somebody is saying that we would need a hospital. In the second game, we can get a hospital. There is like a small clinic that people that are sick, are feeling sick, they can go to it. But I don't think we'll be seeing it in this game. I would be surprised. Let me add my name there. Let me save again. And let's spy or take a quick look on the next level. It's called Volcania. It's almost Volcanion, the Pokemon. A dormant volcano is the setting of this coaster building challenge. Coaster building challenge? And by the way, once they said sleeping volcano, I was like, okay, there is no lava. Actually, there is water. They have a water here and desert. Man, to finish building all 5 of the partially built roller coasters in this park, designing them to achieve excitement ratings of at least 6.7 each. Oh my god, that's some different objective, but is it timeless? I'm guessing this is also timeless. Yeah, they are not giving me any time. So they have like 5, they do have 5 coasters that are unfinished. This sounds easy as well. The trick is the excitement rating, right? But that's not too bad. Okay, this is completely different than what I was expecting. Especially because, hey, you have no lava, we have water instead. Oh, but you know what? The landscape can be a problem. Especially for those coasters that are very close to each other right there, you see? Oh my god, look at this! This looks great. Yeah, we need to basically connect the dots for this level next Friday. But interesting. Although, feels bad, man, that we don't have lava. Maybe in another level, who knows? Yeah, this is a crater in the middle of nowhere, basically. This is like, um, I believe this was inspired on those volcanoes in the middle of the ocean that they create islands after they get an eruption. I believe that's the idea in here, like a volcano that created a small island and then it stopped working or it stopped its activity. But yeah, we are doing this next Friday. Tomorrow we'll be back with Tales of Symphonia. Let me see if I can host somebody right now. I'm not sure. Oh yes, I'll be hosting Kate. Kate's playing some Smash Brothers, which is kind of interesting. I have never seen her playing Smash Brothers, so I'll be giving her a host. So thank you so much everyone for stopping by. Also, let me mute it since I had there. Thank you so much everyone for stopping by. RollerCoaster Tycoon is back next Friday. Tomorrow it's Tales of Symphonia. Let's see if we can finally finish that game in this weekend, hopefully. And yeah, take care. Have a good night and goodbye. Hey Highlander, how's it going, man? Uh, you came just by when I was finishing the stream, but nice to see you. I'm hoping you're having a good day. But yeah, man, take care and goodbye.